Christian crybabies. I always hear them crying that nobody can keep the law. Nobody can keep the commandments. That's why they teach that they're all done away with. The Messiah came to abolish the law, which is a lie. They cry and cry and cry and cry. Nobody can keep it. Nobody can keep it. Nobody can keep the law. Why don't you tell Zechariah and Elizabeth that? Are you going to stand before them, with them in the first resurrection, and be whining about how you couldn't keep the law? Let's read this. There was in the days of Herod, the king of Judah, a certain priest named Zacharias of the course of Abiah, and his wife was the daughters of Aaron, and her name was Elizabeth. And they were both righteous before God, walking in all the commandments and ordinances of the Lord blameless. What do you think about that, Christians? Crybabies. Crybaby Christians. We can't keep the law. That doesn't mean that we all don't sin. We do. There's not one that doesn't sin, not one. But by God's grace, He gives you conviction to turn from your sin. You don't think that these two never sinned? Of course they've sinned, but they walked in the commandments. That's what we still got to do today, Christians. That's why Yeshua says, not one jot nor one tittle shall by no means pass till all be fulfilled. And He told the rich man, what must I do? He said, what must I do? He says, keep the commandments. What part of this do you not understand? Right there. Right there. You going to stand with Him in the first resurrection? I don't think so. Till next time.